So one of the ways that cancer cells manage to survive our defense mechanisms is by changing the way it generates energy, what we call metabolism. Back in the 1930s, Otto Warburg discovered that cancer cells like to produce energy by fermentation. What that means is that our normal cells usually use a little powerhouse inside the cells called mitochondria. It takes our food. Most of our food is broken down into glucose or sugar, and it takes it into the mitochondria and it generates a huge amount of energy called ATP. In fact, each molecule of sugar can generate over 30 units of ATP. Cancer cells, on the other hand, they learn to bypass the mitochondria and they say, okay, we're not going to use it. We're going to use the old method of producing energy called fermentation. We don't need oxygen, but we need huge amounts of sugar. The reason why it needs huge amounts of sugar is because it's inefficient. Each molecule of sugar can only generate around 2 units of ATP or energy. So we've got the normal cells that can generate over 30 units, and we've got the cancer cells that can only generate 2 units. So who do you think is going to fight harder for the supply of sugar? So of course it's the cancer cells. Generally, if you want to know that if your cancer or your loved one's cancer runs on sugar, you can look at their PET scan. PET scans work on this basis, on this difference between normal cells and cancer cells. In fact, a PET scan, they have a radioactive marker that's attached to sugar, and the sugar is injected into the bloodstream and it's rapidly taken up by the cancer cells. So if it lights up on a PET scan, you know it loves to use sugar. So generally, our patients, our clients will work with our nutritionists to get high nutrition for the patient, but low carb to starve the cancer cells. And there's many different ways of doing that, but that's the essence. We want to feed the healthy cells, but starve the cancer cells.